40 Australians suffer an itchy, scaly, inflamed skin condition called psoriasis. Our next guest turned her condition around by changing her diet, and she has her mum to thank. Please welcome Dr. Irene Prantelos and her mum, Angela. They join us from Melbourne. Irene, let's start with you. You suffered from psoriasis for a number of years. Talk to us about the condition. What's it like to live with?
Well, for me, it had covered my entire body at one stage when I was around 18, 19, and it was thick and scaly, very painful, quite disfiguring actually. Couldn't move freely because the elasticity of the skin was quite restricted. And we found that a lot of treatments weren't working and it was just getting worse and worse. So it was a huge impact, especially in my teenage years.
Irene, what causes it? Is it stress-related? Is it genetic?
For me, stress was the inducing factor. That's when it first came out. I know, 11-year-old being stressed sounds a bit silly, but at the time we had travelled overseas and I was homesick, and that was enough to sort of stir it up. And subsequent to that, stress would definitely flare it up. But there was other things that I would notice as well that would also exacerbate the skin.
Angela, as a mum, you must have looked at Irene and thought, what can I do to try and help my daughter? And you really have made an enormous difference with changing her diet.
Yes, I did. I was really very upset and very frustrated of the condition of my daughter. And I didn't know what to do really. I was changing so many different things and a lot of creams put every morning and every night, and the flaky will be still there the next day. So I decided to look into the food. And then I introduced a lot of veggies, a lot of selective meat and fish and everything fresh. And it was working. The next day, the skin would be less flaky, not itchy. And I continued on with my research. And I thought, wow, I'm to something here. So I got very excited. So then Irene, she said to me, Mom, we have to keep doing the research with the food. And we continue for 10, 15 years. And then we decided to write the book to help other people having this problem, because it is a painful experience that I have for 27 years.
It's a great book, I must say. It's got wonderful recipes in it, and I see that you're very keen on beetroot, kale, turkey and coconut oil.
Well,
they're supposed to be good for the psoriasis supplements.
Yeah. They're anti-inflammatory, and it conditions the skin internally and externally.
Yeah, with the kale, it's anti-inflammatory, so all the recipes are anti-inflammatory. They're gluten-free, dairy-free, sugar-free, yeast-free. And what we found over the period of time was those foods were actually making my skin worse because it was increasing inflammation. So when we took those elements out, but we had to replace it with something that was just as tasty. So it was important to make minor changes to traditional recipes, and we've used the Greek cuisine because my mum's upbringing, she was born in Greece. So using her knowledge with those dishes and then changing a few elements in it, it's just as tasty, and it was actually beneficial for the skin.
Terrific. Angela, just quickly, Irene, I should say, how is your skin now?
Yeah, it's great.
It's glowing. Your face is glowing.
It's fantastic, yeah.
Yeah, the thing with psoriasis, it doesn't scar. It's just too much skin that's shedding at a quicker rate. So people will say, we've seen pictures of you, you were covered. How come you're not having any scarring? Because it's just too much skin. So if you can slow that process down by eating well and just a couple of changes in your lifestyle, addressing stress and all those sort of factors, you'll find that your skin comes alive and it looks so much healthier.
And you can do it by buying the book, Healing Psoriasis with Mediterranean Cooking. Go to the website on your screen now. It's a great book. Thank you very much, ladies.
Thank you very much for having us. Thank you.
Thank you.